Today I'm going to be making the tier list for PVE, gold farming, bots, and combat magic for all classes. So I'm not going to waste any time, I'm just going to get into this shit. So we're starting off with Warrior, which is going to go at the top. If you want to use Warrior for gold farming or bot farming, you can go into Attack on King and get extremely high kill streaks with it. I've managed to pull off over 200 kill streaks with it in Attack on King to farm gold, and it's also good if you want to just spam free battles on Valley of Dragon Teeth or Ancient Ruins and win 10-0 repeatedly. Next, we're going to have Barbarian, which it's debatable, rather it could go where S or A rank would be, and, sorry, the reason for that is Barbarian is kind of set up to be more of a one-on-one PvP class. And it does have warrior-type abilities, but it also has a stamina system that's more equivalent to Crusader, just a bit toned down. I would put it at the top if you want to say you're going for farming bots on free battle or team battle, but the only reason that it's not going to go on top is because if you try to play it, I mean, I guess if you were good enough, you could play it like Warrior on Attack on King. You just have to be very careful about it, so it'll stay up there. Next is Knight. Now, keep in mind, this isn't for farming Attack on King or getting quick wins. It's for gold farming. So Knight is actually going to go here. And really the only disadvantage of Knight is it's not as broken as any of the shield melee classes, and it is arguably the best of all of the heavy melee classes. And I farm gold as Knight sometimes as well whenever I don't want to burn myself out of my main class. Alright, and it has chopping blows, vortex, and basically any good abilities that you need for farming. And it's very easy to pull off on small arena spams. Next we have Paladin, which is also going to go at the slightly flawed but good. And the reason for that, it's basically all the same reasons that I gave for Knight. It has worse abilities than Knight, arguably. It does have very good abilities like Shell Shock, Earthquake, or Blessed Weapon. I didn't feel the need to mention Blessed Weapon in the PvP video, since any Crusader Paladin player already knows that everybody uses Blessed Weapon. But, it's gonna go there, and I've farmed gold with Paladin a lot. I even did it during school, because, you know, why not? I was bored and had nothing to do. Next is going to be Mage. Yeah, Mage is going at the fucking bottom. Not. It's actually going to go solid. And the reason for that is, the reason that Mage is going solid is, it is more of an AoE class, so it's good for farming the bots and Attack on the King when both the teams rush out of the base. But then once everything's split up, its AoE is not as good as it could be. Now, it would go decent if it was like open PvP, because you can spam cast, and most players are more stupid than the bots are, but it's going to go solid. Priest is also going to go solid. Keep in mind, this list is for like efficiency in gold farming and not which class is better than the other. It's just what results you're going to get if you farm as those classes for gold in small arena or Attack on King. And Priest is going to go here. Most of the magic classes, well, not actually, no, I take that back. They're not really, but Priest is more of a kind of one-on-one class. Next is going to be Archer. And everybody knows that archers have gotten nerfed so much that they're fucking terrible, and it's going at the bottom of the list. Alright, next, Crusader. So Crusader is actually going to go at the top as well, and here's why. It may have all those flaws like the stamina endurance system, but in multiple of my videos that were Crusader gameplay, it was all max damage builds with 325 health, so no points into endurance. And I still managed to pull off all those matches at 10-0 because of the prayer for healing. When you have the lowest amount of health as Crusader, and you one-shot your opponents and only get hit a couple times, prayer for healing does your entire health bar. Alright, next is going to be Druid. Now, Druid's actually going to go decent. And Necromancer and Druid are both going to go decent for basically the same reason. They're kind of the same class in a way. Necromancer is a bit better. But they're both melee magic class mixture, hybrid classes, whatever the fuck you want to call it. And it's decent. Any melee class is decent for gold farming. I mean, of course, there are some that are extremely good up here, like Warrior, Barbarian, and Crusader, but you can pull these off. I've done it before, and it's actually, playing melee Necro is actually really fun. And when I leveled up Druid, I don't really touch Druid anymore because it's not really a good class, but melee Druid does get the job done. Next is Berserk, which is also going to go at decent, and the reason for that, if you're using it for gold farming and not PvP, for gold farming it's kind of like a worse version of Paladin. I don't want to call it worse than Paladin, but if you're going for more efficiency gold farming, Paladin's most likely going to be a better choice than Berserk. And there's not really any bad heavy melee class in the game, but just because of the way Berserk functions, it's not good for like AoE farming or bot farming. And then the last class is Rogue. Rogue is, it could be put down here. Oh, look at that, both dexterity classes on the bottom where they belong. But I'm actually going to put it here. And the reason for that, you can pull off 10-0 with Rogue if you're farming bots, but on Attack on the King, you can't really do anything with it. I mean, you could play it as a support class and spam Disorienting Bomb and Poison Gas Bomb, but it's not really going to do anything or help you farm the gold that you need to get, since this is a tier list for bots and gold farming. And if it couldn't at least pull off the 10-0 in free battles, it would be down here. But since it can, that's the only reason it's earning a spot by Priest and Mage. But yeah, that's it for this list.